This is the drive home with
Zac,
Alfie, and Frankie,
and TT for the Millwall drive home. We're about to drive home from the Den where it finished Millwall 0.
Reading 1.
Reading 1. Yeah, thanks, Alf. You come in there really quick, and it was Reading 1. Very little in the game. Very few clear-cut chances from either team. A baffling starting lineup. Not enough energy, and a referee who was absolutely atrocious. Doesn't add up to something positive for Millwall. You know, we've had a few bad games now. We've had a few comebacks, but you know that wasn't good enough today, and there's no getting around it. We probably did deserve more than a point. Or no points. We probably deserved the point, but we didn't get it. Thank you very much for watching. Obviously, we just come back from holiday. If you wouldn't mind putting a like on the video, put your comments in behind. What do you think? Do you think we should change the lineup? I'm surprised Benicophobe, stayed on the pitch. Bradshaw being taken off. But with a bit of the rub of the green, we probably could have got an equaliser today. But it wasn't meant to be. We started off with a Bartosz in goal, a back three of Jake Cooper, Sean Hutchinson and Murray Wallace. Left wing back was Scott Malone, right wing back was Danny McNamara. In front of them we had George Saville and Jamie Shackleton. We then had George Honeyman in front of them with Bradshaw and Benicophobe up front. I think first 10 minutes was probably the brightest that we had, without really creating too much. Just a ball into the box and Bradshaw headed it over the bar. We didn't really, like I said, throughout the first half, first 10 minutes we were lively without creating anything, and that's not really good enough for a team in the Championship vying for playoffs or potentially more. This is where the referee came into it. It was, to give them the foul for the goal. It's very, very, very weak. It's right in front of us. I don't think anyone thought it was a foul, including the Reading player. Very minimal contact. He goes down. It's in a dangerous position. The ball's crossed in, flicked on. I think he's coming from deep. He signed from him yesterday. Built like an absolute unit, and puts the ball into the back of the net to make it 1-0. I don't know whether it was offside. I don't think it was, but it looked very similar to the one where we scored in the second half. From then, the rest of the half, they kind of delayed the game and fell over and went down injured, and
that was pathetic. And that was very pathetic.
That was in the first half. Very, you could say pathetic, but it's also partly professional. That's what professional teams do, and they're probably learning that from the ultimate kind of player that was like that in the Premier League in Paul Ince. We go in at half time and you're thinking we need to make some changes. We don't.
Is that an official?
Yeah, it is. I think I might try and run him over. He might be the linesman. Just walking in front of us. I actually do want to run him over. I might start driving.
I thought what else was abysmal in the first half was, like, me and Alfie were ball boys today. Yeah. And I was running to get the ball because obviously we were 1-0 down. And their player flicks the ball away. And you just think, I know it's a professional act, but really, you're trying to mug off a ball boy.
In the first half.
It was pathetic, very pathetic.
Yeah, but that's what they needed to do, and no other chances created. We're going at half time. Like I said, you want the changes to be made. It wasn't. Like I said, I'm not sure how Benicophobe stayed on the pitch. Honeyman, in my opinion, needs to drop deeper. Rather than being that number 10 position, the central attacking midfielder. Volkslammer and Fleming look lively when they come on, and that they did come on the 60 minutes. Bradshaw comes off, Scott Malone comes off, and I'm not sure what Scott Malone's doing in the team at the moment. He's really creating very, very little. And who else came off? And Honeyman and Volkslammer and Fleming came on, and Tyler Bury. And Tyler Bury, I've not mentioned him, but he's the one player that really looks lively. He just wants to run at players, he wants to attack, he wants to create chances, and there's just not enough of that across the rest of the midfield. Billy Mitchell's been dropped today, but he's one player that constantly wants to get on the ball. I didn't see that enough for our central midfielders wanting to get on the ball and play through the middle. They did not want to do that. And then obviously we're trying to push forward. Reading create two fantastic opportunities, both from poor bits of Millwall play. We give the ball away in midfield. a breakaway. You know, the ball's come through the left. It's about the penalty spot, and somehow the players put it wide. And then Shane Long, when he comes on, has another glorious chance to make it 2-0. And you know, he's missed a 1-on-1, and somehow he's put it wide right. And
no, there was one where Bart got down really
oh
well,
yes, sorry, but
and
yeah,
he held it.
Yeah.
Because the player,
that was the first chance. Sorry, I didn't miss the target.
The player had drilled the shot in, and Bart holds it so well.
Yeah, he gambled.
But
he
it
did.
was superb from
Yeah,
Bart.
Bart gambled. Sorry, he didn't miss the target with the first one. The player gambled. Bart gambled and went down to that side, and he's guessed the right way. It's basically like a penalty, and he's held the ball, which was really good. We did score a goal from a free kick. The ball was played in. I think it's Cooper that flicks it. I don't know whether it takes a flick off Afobe. Afobe might take a touch, and then you know they've given the goal. About 15 seconds later, the linesman and the ref are communicating, and they ruled a goal out for offside. And we needed that little bit of luck today to get on the score sheet. We pressed and harried. We had a lot of possession in Reading's half, but without really making too many clear-cut chances. And the balls into the box weren't good enough. Ultimately, you know, we weren't good enough to win the game. But it's disappointing when you've got a Reading team that just wanted to absolutely not play football. They just wanted to kill the game, wasting time. You know, we had a medical emergency in the first half, which meant 6 minutes of injury time, and then we had 7. It could have been 10 minutes of injury time in the second half because of the amount of times the Reading players went down, the amount of times it took them to come in. But they, you know, they did their bits well. They did what they needed to do to get all 3 points. It's difficult to come to the Den and get all 3 points, and they'll be going back down the M4 happy with the fact that they've got all 3 points. Zac, who's your man of the match? Did you have one?
I would. It's very hard today, but I would say because of how hard he was at the back, I would probably say Cooper.
Okay, well, I thought Cooper had an absolute disastrous game. His playing at the back was terrible. You know, Danny McNamara also had a few woeful passes, although he puts himself on the line. I find it very difficult. Alf, did you have a man of the match?
I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
But you also missed a chance where Danny McNamara crossed it in, but it went wrong and it hit the inside of the post.
Oh yes, yeah.
Went out.
So again, you needed a bit of luck to score today. Danny McNamara on the right crosses it in, flicks the defender and hits the inside of the post and comes out. You know, those kind of little things. It was unlucky, but it would have been a very lucky goal.
Yeah, but normally with them, you would get that little bit of luck, like we did at Sheffield United with Jed, but it didn't work.
Frankie, although it was disappointing, you want to come back, didn't you?
Yeah. I don't really know any of the players, so I don't really have a man of the match.
Did you enjoy it though?
Yeah.
That's the most important thing. He's going to come back. He's infected now, so that's it. What's it called? Obviously, we've got Burnley away Tuesday. What a tough game that's going to be, and then we'll be back next Saturday at home to Cardiff City. Another tough game. They don't come easy in the Championship. We're going to have to improve big time, but there's only one way we can end it. Thank you for watching. No one likes us.
We don't care.